Feel and reel is very different. Feel and reel are very different. Feel and reel are different, eh? Right, we're on. Today we're going to talk about a motion of the hands at the top of the backswing. This is going to flatten out your plane on the way down. It's very similar to what Moe Normans classes the magic move, or what was his move? The vertical drop. That was it, the vertical drop. So that's what Moe Normans called it. It's a very good way to think about how to get the club on plane on the way down. Rather than coming over the top or swinging out to in, this is going to flatten the plane. It's a way that if you educate the hands during the golf swing, it's going to make the game easier. So the hands control the club head. If you can control your hands, then you can control the club head without even having to worry about it. Forget about the club head. What club head? What were you even talking about? Club head? What? There's a huge difference in what feels right and what is actually right. So actually playing the game of golf and you feel as though you've done something or achieved something in some sort of motion within the golf swing doesn't necessarily mean that's what you've done, you know. So today our video, as I've mentioned in the intro, is about something that you were trying to feel but not necessarily get into that position. So we're going to try and over exaggerate what we're doing. So feel and reel are very, very different. Keep that in mind. Cracking day for it, eh? So I've got an 8 iron in my hand. Now, educating the hands in the golf swing, we've talked about this before, it's a hard thing to do to control the club head, but to control the hands is much easier. We do get a little bit caught up with what the club head's doing and how it's performing or where it is in space, but the hands are joined onto this, so if we can control this, our own hands, then we can certainly control the club head. Now of course club head control is one thing, shaft control is another thing. So controlling the head of the club and the shaft on the way down is what we're going to try and do here. Yet the focal point is going to be the hands. So it's quite a simple drill. We're going to keep it as simple as we possibly can. When you take the club back, we want to feel as though your right hand, your non-gloved hand, is above your gloved hand all the way back. So get the right hand above the gloved hand, which is going to cock the wrists, hinge the club, like so. So the right hand's above the left, all the way to the top of your golf swing, and then we're going to stop with the right hand above the left. So get the right hand, I know it starts below, but get the right hand above the left to the top. And then from there you want to feel as though the right hand goes below the left. So up the top, and then feel as though the right hand goes below the left on the way down, and then let it spin out towards the golf ball. That looks very funky and very unachievable, but feel and reel are very different. In golf, feel and reel are very different. I'm going to hit a couple of shots here feeling that. It probably won't be that, but if I can feel that, the club shaft will shallow on the way down. Therefore, we've got shaft control, club control, and path control. Shaft control, club control, and path control. I mean, really? Right hand above the left, right hand below the left, spin hit golf ball. That was Moe Normans' vertical drop. He got to there. So Moe Normans was dragged along the ground, got to here, vertical drop. That's where he felt as though he was as he turned through and hit golf ball. Feel and reel being very different. Moe Normans talked about a lot of things that he took the club back along the ground 1 yard before it came off the ground, and that's how he felt. And there was no technology then, camera work really quite as good to explain that, to say, no, that's not the case. That's how you feel. So he talked about that's what he does. But of course, technology moves on. We'll look at his video equipment now, or his swing on video, and he doesn't drag along the ground at all. But he felt as though he did, feel and reel being very different. Top of the swing, right hand above the left up the top. Right hand then goes below the left, and then we hit golf ball. So you can see clearly, the club comes up and out, and then from there, we drop the shaft down behind and hit golf ball. A flattening of the shaft, a control of the club head, and therefore the path is going to be in to out. Now it's never going to be as extreme as that as I hit a ball, but that's how it's going to feel. All I'm focusing on is right hand being above the left hand, and then right hand getting below left hand. Above and below. That felt great. It did feel brilliant. Same again, right hand above the left, right hand above the left, and then below. Right hand above the left, and then right hand below. Above, below. Excellent. Now I know that's a position I'm never going to hit. I'm not hitting that position there. I feel as though I am. I absolutely feel as though I am. I totally feel as though I am, but I know I'm not. I physically cannot get in that position, and nobody really can. The body turning through does assist with the hands falling down or the right hand going below the left, but no one's ever going to get into that position. But that's what your top guys feel. From the top of their swing, that's what they feel. That's the feeling, the sensation they have to flatten the shaft. Here we go. I mean, to get up to there and then get the right hand below the left, really? That's never going to happen. Or is it? It's not going to happen. I can feel as though it happens. I'm striping them, absolutely striping them, because it's a sensation that I'm after. I'm controlling the hands. It's just pure hand control. Right hand high, right hand low. Right hand high, right hand low. Right hand high, low. And everyone's exactly the same. I don't know if you can see that ball flight there, you might be able to against the blue sky. But right hand above the left to the top, then below, then let it spin back towards golf ball. Right hand above, right hand below, and then spin it towards golf ball. That is above, below, spin. Put all that together. We just do exactly the same again and again and again. You can probably hear the strike as well. But all I'm doing there is trying to think about a position, trying to think about how I can get my hands to control the club head. And I'm sure when I look back on this in the video that I've not done that. I've not fully got the hand below. Feel as though I have though. Right hand above to the top, then right hand below, and then let it spin out. Right hand above, below, spin out. So guys, there we go. Feeling real is very, very different. Feel it, exaggerate it, double exaggerate it. When people come back to me from coaching and guys who are most successful, or girls who are most successful with their coaching, or with what I've taught them, is they've come back and I've asked them, why have you done that? How have you managed to succeed and get into that position so quickly? And they tell me, they say, I've exaggerated as much as I possibly can. Where am I? I'm like, you're exactly on the mark. You're exactly on the mark we want you to be on, because you've double exaggerated. You've made it feel even more extreme than it has to be in order for it to get to the correct position. I've taught a few really very good players in the past. There was one professional from up in Edinburgh area, and he said to me, we tried to move his path. We're trying to move path about 3 or 4 degrees, in fact only 3 degrees. And he couldn't believe how alien it felt, or how he really had to force himself into a new position to move the club by only 3 degrees. So your average amateur, he was a very good player. He played the Challenge Tour and Tartan Tour. So it shows you that for the mere mortal like ourselves, when we're changing something extreme, make it extreme as you possibly can to hit those positions and keep it as extreme, and then your coach will be able to guide it back in a little bit. He'll be able to tell you, okay, we've gone too far there, but certainly that you cannot overdo it to begin with. And that position I was in there, I felt as though I really picked the club up, I really dropped the right hand, and I'm sure looking back on this video once I edit this, I'll not be in that position. I'll not be where I feel as though I am, but I might be close to the position I'm trying to create. Feeling real or different, eh?